Black Clover fans, we finally got the winter chapters. Granted, it went by really quick. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It's Asta and Yuno versus Lucius. Good stuff. I'm not gonna say here there's nothing bad. Good stuff. But man, did it fly by really fast. And the next time we'll get some chapters might not be until springtime, or maybe I'm thinking about maybe March or April. And oh my god, just to get more chapters again for Black Clover, it's really tough right now. But Tabata started this chapter with a fire color page with Asta and Yuno hand spreading out and both symbolizing their manas, which I think was really phenomenal. Tabata really snapped on those color page. Rayshawn, real quick, what do you think about those color pages?
I think that was pretty dope. You get to see some of how they aura and magic look like without having to guess. You know what I mean? So that was pretty cool to see that. And I kind of just like seeing them team up. So I thought it was pretty dope.
Yeah, of course, we got Rayshawn here, who always does the Boruto review with us. And Rayshawn, before we start, can you tell the viewers out there where could they find your podcast?
You guys can find me on all your podcasting platforms. We have moved to YouTube. We got a nice interview coming out tomorrow. So hopefully you guys follow me below. My link should be below.
Yep.
See you there.
Definitely great interviews, and also hit the subscribe button. Greatly appreciate it. But enough of us talking. Let's talk about chapter 377. And it was pretty good. It starts off with Abalak, who the devil, which we haven't seen in a very long time, and he's just viewing everything unfold with the Paddlings versus all of the Clover Kingdom. And he's like, wow, everybody's doing better than I thought. And he's really surprised. And then you see each different panel of everybody fighting. You see the Megazord of the Black Clover hideout blasting away at Paddling. You see Fuegoleon and Charlotte fighting Paddling. And you see Abalak talking about, like, did Lucius see this far ahead? Because mind you, he never saw Asta coming back from the Land of the Sun. He always thought that once he killed him, he was there. He was not going to see Asta again. And with Asta's, anti-magic, he did not see this at all. And as of right now, it's changing everything, the war against the Paddlings. And he's saying that, did Lucius see this far ahead? And all that's left is only those two, because everybody's taking care of business in the Clover Kingdom. And then you see Asta, flying up to where Lucius is at. The real one. No more clones. None of this. They're going to the real one. And Charmy, once again, coming in clutch. Asta, I don't know if he pulled out a burger out of his pocket, but he gave some to Yuno, and he was able to, recover his magic. And they're going there at full power. And, none of this, I ran out of mana, none of that stuff. So as of right now, everybody's going with full force. And this right here was my favorite part of this chapter. I know it might be a little weird, but it's a little drawing where they both hop over and they just land right in front of Lucius. That paneling was really done phenomenally. And you see Julius saying that, Asta and Yuno, you finally made it. And he just looks so cold-blooded just sitting in his throne right now. And this is one of my favorite stuff of this chapter. You see Lucius telling them, I see you attend to obstruct my truly peaceful world to the bitter end. And Asta, he is still pissed off about what happened to Sister Lily. He's saying, I only got one question for you. How could you hurt somebody who's truly happy and make them regret doing anything they ever did? And you make Sister Lily cry. Mind you, Asta has love for Sister Lily. And for her, seeing her cry pissed that man off. And, one thing I like about Asta, when he takes everything serious, he's probably one of the best MCs out there when, he's locked in to, take care of the job. And then you see Yuno coming back as well, too, saying that, why would you do this to a good person like that? You know what I mean? That you're all about peace and creating this new world. And the Lucius, he's like, this ain't my fault. This is your fault for living. And right now, you're disrupting everything I have going on. And you're one of the biggest flaws out there. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. This paneling right here was so freaking badass. I know I said that maybe 5 times already in the past, 5 minutes? But Lucius right now, he grabs his throne. And he gets up. Before he gets up, behind him, you see the Dark Triad. You see Veronica, Dante, and Xenon. And then he just transformed to a new transformation. And it kind of reminds me of Aizen when he transformed against the final battle against Ichigo. Kind of gave me vibes a little bit about that. Like, one thing about Tabata, he takes a lot of influence from Bleach right there. And he says, I'll defeat you too and create the world that I want. And then the final double spread of this chapter is so badass. You see Asta, going at the Lucius, saying that we'll smash it all up along with you. And very quick chapter. Very quick, but it's a great setup for 378. Rayshawn, what's your thoughts on this chapter real quick before we move on to 378?
I thought this chapter was pretty good. I liked they're basically giving us a hint in the beginning, basically saying that a lot of people got way more powerful than they thought they could be, because they like, hold up, damn, they doing a whole lot better than than I thought they would. I thought we have at least our half dead type thing, but they literally wiping the shit out of these archangels. So that's pretty cool. One thing I think you did forget, I like that Asta's little back and forth with Julius, but I like the what Yuno had to say, because I thought what Yuno said was a little bit more powerful when he was basically like, "You ain't no damn god. You just a whiny kid who basically is complaining about you couldn't get shit your way, so now you're trying to go crazy about it." So I thought that was kind of lit, low key, because I thought that remark kind of like hit Julius hard. It's you can see that literally kind of Mark kind of got him to stand up. Like, okay, I can see that you guys aren't gonna. I'm not gonna be able to persuade you guys with my talking or anything. I'm gonna have to show you guys what I'm about, type shit. So that's when you get into all the fighting. So I will say, personally, I probably give this chapter like an 8 to a 7, like a 7, 8 on the higher end.
Yeah, I'd agree. I'll get a 7. Nothing too crazy, just setting up everything for, Asta, getting up for that final climactic battle with the final boss of Black Clover.
Moving to 378. So basically, this chapter you just have basically Julius, Asta. They're all fighting, man. The battle starts with Julius running up to punch them. This is right after he does his transformation. He basically sort of kind of looks like all his archangels all put together into one person, which to me is very interesting, because I felt like when I was reading this part of the chapter, watching him fight and stuff, it made me start to kind of harp back on to what Yuno was saying, was like, you ain't no god. And it made me think about that, because I was like, he can't really be a god, even though he's like a human with power close to a god. I'll give him that. But he can't be a god because he didn't start out that way. You know what I mean? He literally had to take shit from like 3 other people to be the body he is. But I like that you get to see in this fight that what they were talking about earlier on, I can't remember the name of that demon that was basically like, these motherfuckers are a lot stronger than we thought they were. I wonder if Julius seen this far ahead, because it seemed like in the fight with Julius and Yuno and Asta that they're doing some shit that he did not expect, low key. Because I mean, he starts to get caught off guard and stuff, but more towards the end of the fight. Because in the beginning, he's like shooting off compressed bullets. He's kind of holding his own and everything. But once Asta and Yuno start actually coordinating and start moving around and stuff, which is weird, because he did say a comment that I thought was interesting, that both their powers are like literally like polar opposites of each other. And the fact that they're able to keep like coordinating attacks and like catching him off guard is like throwing him off like a motherfucker. So you get towards the end when they actually kind of catch him off guard, and Yuno lands a nice little blow on him, and it looks like he either gone or he in the ground. He's like one of those two things, which to me is like, I don't think this is full power Julius. I just can't. I can't imagine this to be low key. I just feel like this is gonna be one of those moments where he's like, "Oh shit, okay, I underestimated you guys. Let me show you what I'm really about." Because that moment where when they actually able to like to cut him and make him bleed and shit, I know that really like got him like, "Oh damn, I need to hold up." But yeah, the chapter ends when landing a nice blow, and then everybody's kind of like, "Oh shit! All right, let's see what happens next," type thing. Like, what did you think about this chapter?
Oh, I want to talk about some of my favorite moments in this chapter, because there was some good choreography fights in here, and one that stands out to me is in the beginning of the chapter where you see Lucius using bone spatial magic, which is part of Xenon's magic, and he's going after Yuno right there. Another moment as well too. He combines, mind you, he has Veronica, Dante, and Xenon powers as well too. He combines Jet of Blood and Bone Bullets together, and I'm like, holy shit, great combination magic right there. Lucius just showcasing that why he's the big baddie of this final series. And it looks like get hit a few times with the Bone Bullet, and then you see Asta just invading everything, taking it all down with his Duello sword. Then you see Asta and going after Lucius, and he's just blocking both of them with his hands, boom, 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 blocking each one of them. And he's thinking to himself like, okay, Yuno has Wind and Star magic, and he's loved by Mana. And then you got this guy right here who has anti-magic, which can repel all types of magic. And like you said, they're both polar opposites, and they're both surpassing their limits, and they're working together perfectly. And mind you, I don't think we ever saw Asta and Yuno fight together. I think since back in the day with the elves that first invaded the Clover Kingdom, it's been a while since they worked together. And as of right now, since then they are working perfectly fine. And then you see Lucius saying that, "Yo, I didn't see this in my prophet. I did not see this at all." And this panel right here, when Asta using Zenton, hitting Lucius with a significant damage right there, and then popping up using Saint Spirit of Boris, and then you see Lucius going all the way down, creating a crater, and you see Tinkerbell saying that, you did it. And then Asta and just giving each other props, saying that, yo, we both leveled up, we're killing it right now. And then that's how the chapter ends. But the chapter ends with a giant exclamation point. And I think this right here, unfortunately, we're going to have to wait till springtime to see Lucius make his comeback. And Rayshawn, I'm not going to lie to you, I wanted one more chapter. Can you give me 3? Because I would have loved with a cliffhanger of Lucius making his comeback and taking those 2 down, and then we have to wait for a few months. I would have took that. Because he's going to make his comeback right here. And I'd rather see him make his comeback with a cliffhanger of taking those 2 down with some significant damage. What's your thoughts on that real quick?
Sure, I would have loved to see that. Just add a few more pages. I mean, I understand that Tabartha is sick and everything, but sometimes you just be like, okay, you get like a few months in between each like chapters you put out, and I just feel like 20 pages just wasn't enough.
No.
Like it just I feel like it should have been more. I don't want to force the man and make him sicker than what he is or anything. It's just as a fan, I would have loved to read more type of thing.
The devil in the beginning of the chapter of 377 that's overlooking everything, I feel like he has a bigger role that's coming. And I think he might be the true villain of this whole story because he's just monitoring everything. It's kind of giving me vibes of Black Zetsu, and he was kind of the true baddie at the end. I think he has a bigger role in this whole battle right here.
Oh, I mean that could be interesting. Like if he come out of nowhere and like stab Lucius in the back type thing. I also want to say I've been calling Lucius Julius like a majority of this video, and I apologize. Which I feel like I low key can say because they are technically the same person, but it's like I understand if some people are like, what the fuck is he talking about? But I just want to say, yeah, I think it's gonna be some crazy shit, and hopefully these chapters gave us a little bit of foreshadowing of some people probably gonna die in the next few chapters. We probably gonna see some bodies drop.
Yeah, like I said, I always said this. Like, I wish this war arc would have had more at stake. Granted, I know the war's at stake, but I want to see a main like a big name character go down. I know Jack the Ripper went down. Give me another one. Make this war arc real significant.
Oh, yeah. The thing is, it's like, well, technically you lost 2 people. I know it's kind of hard to think about it because they're going against him low key, but you lost Julius too. So your main like power source that was basically keeping Magic Knights a top ranking type shit is gone. So it's like somebody's gonna have to replace that. See, it's a lot of things we're gonna have to see. A lot of people either increase in power to being able to take that spot. Because low-key, I don't even think nobody's, to me, proving that they can be Julius.
Yeah.
Like the Wizard King. Except for maybe Yami. Yami's the only captain I'll say I feel like we've seen surpass his limits and do things, and you're like, okay, I can see him getting up there in power, but I don't know, man. I kind of want to give it to the one that got the tree magic, because sometimes he be doing some spells that be like, okay, he might be a lot more powerful than we think he is, low key.
How would you rate 378?
I give it the same thing, like a 7 or 8.
Yeah, same here. I wanted more. If you would have gave me another chapter, you would have gave me 3 chapters. I promise you, I would have gave all 3 chapters an 8.
Or if you gave me like 10 more pages, I think I could have been like maybe. But other than that, I just felt like I started the chapter, and it ended. So
yeah, so damn fast. But before we end it, guys, Rayshawn, can you tell the viewers out there where can they find your podcast?
You guys can find me on all your podcasting platforms. You can find me on YouTube. You can find me on Google. Just search up the Rayshawn Gas and Anime Podcast, and my link shall be below. And also, we got a special interview coming out for you guys. If you are a Naruto fan and you like Shikamaru,
Yes,
gotta tune in.
sir. And then we'll be back next week, guys, for a Boruto 2 Blue Vortex review coming out in a couple days as well. So we got a lot of stuff coming on this channel as well, too. Also, hit the subscribe button. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. And until next time.